My in-laws tried to change my baby's name behind my back, so I made it clear they wouldn't be seeing him again until they stopped. When my son was born, his name meant everything to me. We named him Caleb, after my grandfather, the man who raised me after my parents died. He was my rock growing up. He taught me how to work, how to show up, and how to be a decent man. Giving my son his name wasn't a trend or a whim. It was personal. My wife, Laura, felt the same way. We agreed on it long before the baby arrived. But the moment we announced the name at the hospital, her parents made it awkward. Her mom, Marilyn, smiled like she was forcing it and said, "Well, that's unusual." Her dad, Frank, laughed and said, "Guess we'll get used to it." At first, I tried to brush it off. But Marilyn never actually used Caleb's name. She just called him the baby every single time. When I corrected her, she'd laugh and say, "Oh right, Caleb," like she'd forgotten something minor. A couple weeks later, I found a hospital form in her purse while she was visiting. My stomach dropped. She crossed out Caleb and rewritten the name as Frank Jr., her husband's name. Not a typo. Not an accident. Clean handwriting. Confident. When I confronted her, she didn't apologize. She said they'd talked it over and decided it made more sense. Said Caleb could just be the middle name. I told her that conversation never happened. She snapped back that she was the grandmother and knew what was best for her grandson. That's when I realized this wasn't confusion. It was entitlement. Frank had already ordered personalized gifts with Little Frankie on them. Marilyn was telling neighbors the baby was named after his grandfather. When I showed Laura everything, she was crushed. Her parents claimed she agreed and said new parents forget things. That we were being emotional. So I stopped arguing and started documenting. Screenshots. Photos. Forms. Even a recorded phone call where Marilyn casually said she'd fix the paperwork eventually. When they showed up for a planned visit, I met them at the door. I laid everything out and told them calmly they wouldn't see our son again until they apologized and acknowledged his real name. They laughed, said I was overreacting, said no one could keep grandparents away over something so small. I closed the door. 6 months later, they tried to take us to court. Claimed we were unfit. Claimed they were protecting the child. The judge saw right through it. The forged documents. The lies. The manipulation. The case was dismissed, and their access was restricted. Marilyn screamed at me in the parking lot afterward. I didn't respond. My son's name is Caleb, and no one gets to rewrite that.